The Pacific Women Shaping Pacific Development Program has been supporting gender transformation in Papua New Guinea for almost 9 years. What has been learned from 9 years of programming? Over the 9 years, Pacific Women partners have trialed and tested a range of approaches to gender programming in Papua New Guinea. In 2020, 14 partners met in Port Moresby to review evidence of the best and most effective approaches to gender transformation. Evidence shows clearly that societies that value women and men as equal are safer and healthier and benefit everyone. Gender transformative approaches are important in all development programs in Papua New Guinea and across the Pacific. But first, what is gender and why does it matter? In our communities, people learn how to behave according to their gender roles when they are children. As a result, men grow up with more opportunities, more decision-making power, and greater control over their lives than women do. In Papua New Guinea, some customs and cultural norms can protect and support women. But there are also harmful norms that PNG partners identify must be shifted to protect and promote women's human rights. Gender transformative approaches work to change how individuals, families, communities, and societies think about gender. Gender transformative approaches work across society to change rules, attitudes, and behaviors that disadvantage women. Pacific Women partners identified 8 key elements that can drive gender transformative change. Let's look at each in turn. 1. Gender transformative approaches need to be explicit right from the start. It is critical to include specific, measurable gender targets and indicators in project designs, and to budget for these targets. 2. Change requires time, commitment, and long-term funding and technical support. It takes time to discuss, negotiate, and shift power dynamics in a community or organization. 3. Across the Pacific, women are leaders, implementers, and drivers of change. 4. Working with women and men together on shared goals counters the perception that gender is about women only. It is important to encourage men to find positive ways of being a man that result in sharing power with women. Change occurs when women and men work together. 5. Changes that are led from the inside are the most effective. This involves people in the community leading change in villages, businesses, and governments. 6. Because gender inequality exists in all aspects of life, changes need to take place everywhere. This includes in how women and men see themselves, in family dynamics at home, in the behavior we accept in our communities, schools, organizations, workplaces, and in politics, and in the rules, systems, and institutions that structure our lives. 7. Gender transformative approaches build on protective customs and practices and find entry points for dialogue on harmful practices and norms. It is important to recognize women's valuable contributions to the clan, family, community, and church, and to start community conversations around religious beliefs and cultural practices that value women as equals. 8. Work with local staff and trainers to co-create project materials and implementation tools. To sum up, gender transformative approaches must be explicit, require long-term commitment, prioritize women's leadership and participation, engage men with women and men working together, work with local partners, work across all sectors of society, build on protective customs, support local expertise and capacity. Practical steps you can take to implement gender transformative programming are outlined in the Pacific Practice Note series. The full report and the short practice note are available on the Pacific Women website.